वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारंभं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। गुरवे सर्वलोकानां विषये भवरोगिणां निधये सर्वविद्यानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। साक्षात्कृतं दयानन्दं परमार्थस्वरूपिणं तत्त्वज्ञानप्रशास्तारं प्रणतोऽस्मि परं पदम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। Class number 48. You can repeat. वासुदेवेन्द्र योगीन्द्रं नत्वा ज्ञानप्रदं गुरुम्
वासुदेवेन्द्र योगीन्द्रं नत्वा ज्ञानप्रदं गुरुम्
मुमुक्षूणां हितार्थाय तत्त्वबोधो विधीयते।
मुमुक्षूणां हितार्थाय तत्त्वबोधोऽभिधीयते। साधनचतुष्टयसम्पन्नाधिकारिणां मोक्षसाधनभूतं
तत्त्वविवेकप्रकारं वक्ष्यामः। साधनचतुष्टयं किम्?
साधनचतुष्टयं किम्?
नित्यानित्यवस्तुविवेकः
नित्यानित्यवस्तुविवेकः
इहामुत्रार्थफलभोगविरागः
भोगविरागः
शमादिषट्कसम्पत्तिः
शमादिषट्कसम्पत्तिः
मुमुक्षुत्वं चेति
मुमुक्षुत्वं चेति
तत्त्वविवेकः कः?
विवेकः कः?
आत्मा सत्यः तदन्यत् सर्वं मिथ्या इति
आत्मा सत्यः
तदन्यत्
तदन्यत्
सर्वं
सर्वं
मिथ्या
मिथ्या
इति
इति
आत्मा is satyam anyat sarvam mithya iti. Atma is self-existent, self-evident, self-evident, self-existent Atma, and everything other than Atma, which is Anatma. Atma, opposite of that Anatma, na Atma, Anatma. It is Mithya. This Atma is what is referred to by the word I. But the I is, the Atma is taken to be, wrongly taken to be this Stula Shariram, Sukshma Shariram, Karna Shariram, the Shariratrayam. That is one way of looking at the Anatma with regard to the in the individual, taking Atma to be this three Shariram or Panchakosha, etc. We are going to see that. So, Atma, this I am self-existent, and everything other than I, everything other than I is Mithya. Therefore, Atma Satyaha means I am Satyam. I am Satyam, and everything other than me is Mithya. When we say I, this I is not something which is completely unknown or unfamiliar to us. The I is known. That is why we use the word I often in all our Vyavahara. Even when we think, we use I. So therefore, this I has got some sense of identity, self-identity, identified with the body, human body, identity with the human body. The I is identified with human body. Sharira Abhimanam. Sharira Abhimanam. The self is identified with the body. The self is wrongly identified with the body. The self-identity with the body. When we say I am a human being, I am a Agam Manushyaha. The Agam Manushyaha, Agam, if you stop with Agam, that is fine, but you say Agam Manushyaha, Agam Manushyaha, Agam Pumsaha, Agam Stri, Agam Putraha, Agam Putri, Agam Bharatiyaha, Agam Videshiyaha, and lot of other identification. I am so and so. So, this identify with the body. This identity belongs to the human body. So, what is this body? This body is nothing like. This body is nothing but it is also like a gata, a pot. A pot is a product made from clay. A pot is a product. It is made from the clay. The clay and all, it is made up of these 5 elements. Similarly, the body is also made up of 5 elements. This body is intelligently put together. The body is an assemblage which is intelligently put together. All the parts of the body are located in its appropriate place. For the body, the head, the shiras is the pradhanam. All the 4 indriyas are located in the head only. The eyes are located at the appropriate point. The eyes are located at the in the head itself. It is not located on the top of the head or any other part of the body. The eye and just below that eye, nose, below that mouth, everything it is in appropriate place. And ears, the nose is not on the top of the head. The mouth is not behind the head. All these are located in the front part of the head. You cannot put this in any other way. You cannot place these parts in any other location of the body. In any other location of the body, if it is placed, then it will not look appropriate. So these are intelligently put together, placed. For the functioning of the body, all the organs, all the inner organs, lungs, heart, everything is provided for the body, for the survival of the body. All these are nothing but made from the Panchamahabhuta. So that is one thing. Then the body is made up of parts. It is the body, the entire body made up of different parts and all made up of Panchamahabhuta. It is made up of different parts. So when you say body, it is not a particular thing. It is an integral part of so many things. Like a car. When you say car, door is not the car. The windshield is not the car. The headlight is not the car. The tire alone is not the car. A car has got 1,000 parts, starting from the engine onwards, carburetor, engine, so many different parts are there. All these things are intelligently assembled by the human being, and it is given a name called car. The whole car is dismantled and it is spread on the floor. It is not called a car. Buying a tire is not buying a car. Buying the dashboard is not buying the car. Buying the steering wheel, that is not the car. All these are intelligently placed by the human being. Human being have got this intelligence. Intelligence like that of, similar to that of Ishvara. Ishvara, Bhagavan has more intelligence. And human being have got a part of that intelligence. With the available intelligence, he has produced this car, which is made up of so many different parts, and all these parts are put together. Therefore, when we say car, it is an assemblage. When we take a flower is also an assemblage only. A petal is not a flower. A filament is not a flower. A stem is not a flower. When you go and buy flower from the market, you don't buy the petals, or they will not give, they will not give you petal saying this is a flower. You know what a flower is. Everything put together is a flower. Without petals, it is not a flower. So therefore, but petal alone is not a flower. So therefore, flower is intelligently put together. It's an assemblage. So therefore, if things are put together, if the things are put together, anything put together, therefore we can conclude it doesn't exist on its own. Car is put together. Car is put together, but does it exist on its own? Does it have self-existence, a car? No, it is made up of parts. The parts can be, all the parts can be dismantled. Therefore, really speaking, there is no car. The car doesn't have self-existence. If car is so, the same thing is applicable to body, extended to body also. Body also is put together. Put together, here it is put together, made up of different parts, and the parts are made up of 5 elements. So, at, at the level of elements, it is 5 elements. Body has got different parts. Reducing the content of the body, it will reduce to 5 elements. Everything will reduce to 5 elements. So, therefore, body is made up of 5 elements. And are these 5 elements Satyam? These 5 elements are intelligently put together, intelligently mixed together to become different parts, and these parts are put together, and that is called a body. Therefore, these 5 elements cannot be called the body. Vayu alone, it cannot be called a body. Prithvi, the body has got Prithvi element, that alone cannot be called a body. Therefore, since the real content of the body, the physical body is these 5 elements, these 5 elements cannot be, these 5 elements alone cannot be the body. If they are put together, it is given a body. If they are reduced to the 5 elements, then it is not the body. Therefore, what is the body? The body is mithya. It doesn't exist on its own. Therefore, Atma Satyam, when we say, does it refer to the body or does it refer to what? What is this Atma? I am the body. When you say, two things are there. One is body, other one is I am. Which one is Satyam now? Body is not Satyam because it is put together, we have seen. Now this body is taken to be I the Atma. That is the confusion. That is a problem. So, and when the Shastram said Atma Satyaha, therefore it doesn't refer to the body because body is subject to coming and going. It's subject to death. It is subject to birth. Therefore, how can body be Satyam? So therefore, Atma, when we say, it must be different from the body. It must be different from the body. So that is I. With the body, Atma is. Without the body is, Atma continues to be. Therefore, Atma is called Satyam. And anything other than Atma, Shariram, etc., Shariram, Manas, Indriyani, these are Anatma. These are Anatma. This is what the teacher says first. Atma kaha, the student will ask the next question. We will read the next question because here he has used the word Atma. Now the student who is totally new to Vedanta, so far we have been referring to the body, mind, sense complex as I, the Atma. And the teacher says the Atma is Satyaha. Now the student it's an informed student, therefore he gets confused. How can this body be Satyam? If it is Satyam, then what is Mithya then? So this confusion could come in the mind of the student. Therefore, the student being intelligent immediately asks, you are saying Atma is Satyam. What is that Atma? That is the next question. Atma kaha.
Atma kaha.
Stula Sukshma Karana Sharirat Vyatirektaha.
स्थूलसूक्ष्मकारणशरीरात् व्यतिरिक्तः
पञ्चकोशातीतः सन्
पञ्चकोशातीतः सन्
अवस्थात्रयसाक्षी
अवस्थात्रयसाक्षी
सच्चिदानन्दरूपः सन्
सच्चिदानन्दरूपः सन्
यः तिष्ठति स आत्मा
यः तिष्ठति स आत्मा
With a little bit of Sanskritam we can understand this. Yaha tishtati, tishtati kriya padam. Yaha, yat shabda, yaha yoye, yam yoyan. Similarly, saha tad, tat shabda, saha taute, tam tautan. Yesterday somebody asked, Atma, what is this Atma shabda? I said, Atman nakaranta shabda. The word Atma is used here. Atma kaha, Atma is pullinga, Atman is pullinga, therefore kaha. You can see all these interrogative pronouns. Shraddha ki drishi. Shraddha is Strilinga. Ki drishi. Titiksha ka is Strilinga. Titiksha is Strilinga, therefore ka. Here Atma is Atman Pullinga, therefore kaha. So yagat tishtati saha Atma. Now the student asks a question. Atma kaha. What is Atma? The student is asking, who am I? Who am I? That is a question. From the question of the student, Atma kaha, we can understand that the student knows this body mind sense complex is not Atma. If body mind sense complex is Atma, is what the understanding of the student, then he will not ask this question, Atma kaha. Because the teacher said Tattvabodha kaha to that question, Atma Satyaha, and student knows very well that Atma is not Satyam because it is an assemblage put together. It has got avayavas, parts, and all these are reduced to Panchamahabhuta. It's a product. Therefore, it cannot be Satyaha. So, therefore, the student knows that body, mind, sense complex is not Atma. How do we know that the student knows that body, mind, sense complex is not Atma? Because it is evident from the question. Atma kaha. The student wants to know what is Atma. What is Atma? Then, if Shariram is not the Atma, then what is the Shariram also? That also he wants to know. He also wants to know if this body mind sense complex is not Atma, then what are they? It means what is Anatma? So, when he asks what is Atma, he also wants to know what is Anatma. Both he wants to know. Both questions are understood. What is Atma? What is Anatma? And even if the student asks what is Atma, the teacher has to explain what is Anatma. Atma can be explained only from the standpoint of Anatma. So the knowledge of Anatma is important, the knowledge of Atma is important. Because why it is important? Because in the mind of the student, these two things are confused. Not only in the mind, in the Vyavahara it is confused. The confusion it is revealed in its Vyavahara. That's the confusion in the understanding with regard to Atma and Anatma. There is a overlapped identity. There is a mutual identity. One cannot be taken for the other, but it is taken. That is what the problem is. That is what the samsara is. That is because of aviveka, lack of viveka. That is why one is taken to be another. Satya Atma is taken to be Anatma Shariram. Anatma is Jadam, doesn't have consciousness, Chaitanya. This Anatma Shariram is taken to be Atma. I, all the time you are saying, I am. What is this I am? If you really sit and think, what is this this body? This body is me. Why I take the suffering or the the pleasure of the body to be the pleasure or the pain of myself. This body is, it can be clearly seen, it is distinct from me. But we never analyze. We just take it for granted. But we always hunt for the pleasure of the body, because that identification is so, that identification is so intense. The pain of the body is taken to be the pain of myself. The pleasure of the body is taken to be the pleasure of myself. Therefore, therefore there is, therefore it's very clear that the confusion with regard to Atma and Anatma. This confusion, since every one of us has this confusion, that is aviveka, and that is because of that samsara. Therefore, the student wants to know distinctly what is Atma. When he asks what is Anatma, by that question he also expresses his doubt regarding Anatma also. What is Anatma also is asking indirectly. See, if the student knows that he is Atma, if the student knows he is Atma, then he will not ask what is Atma. If the students know that if he is Anatma, if the student thinks he is Atma, that is a problem, that is samsara. The student thinks is Anatma, then from the answer of this teacher to the question Tattvabodha, Atma Satyaha, then the doubt will come. If Atma is Satyaha, then if I am Anatma, Mithya, then what is this? Then what is this Anatma? This Anatma, if it is not Satyam, if it is Mithya, then I am Mithya. But when he uses the word I am, the I am continues to be. And to what he refers to by the word I am, that keeps on changing, but I am continues to be. Therefore, there is very little possibility, even for a dull student, to take this, to consider this Anatma Shariram to be Atma. So, therefore, there is no clear understanding with regard to what Atma or Anatma. Therefore, the question is, if the student is Atma, which the student doesn't know, and if you know that his body, his mind, sense complex is not Atma, then what are they? Therefore, the question of Atma brings up the question of Anatma also. Therefore, there are two questions, Atma kaha, Anatma kaha iti. And if the teacher is intelligent, he will understand the understanding of the student and answers the student accordingly. Therefore, here the teacher has the responsibility to answer two questions, even though the question is one. If the teacher had not understood the question of the student, and if suppose if the teacher wants to answer only to that question, Atma kaha, then what would be the answer? Then the answer need not be Stula Sukshma Karana Sharira Vitirita. He need not say that. Panchakosha Atita Hasan, that also he need not say that. Simply he can say Satchidanandaha Atma. That is the definition of Atma. Sach Chit Ananda Rupaha Atma. Simple definition. That is Atma. But here the teacher gives a long definition. Even in Mundaka Upanishad we saw. Some of you are attending, therefore I give the question of the student. What did the student ask? Shaunaka, Kasmin Bhagavo Vijnate Sarvam Vidam Vijnatam Bhavati Iti. It's asking for Paravidya. But the teacher started from Aparavidya. Aparavidya, Paravidya, both knowledge he gave. Why? Then only the subject matter will be complete. Similarly here also. And this is being the basic text. Therefore, what is Atma, what is Anatma? Both have to be told. So therefore, what is Atma now? Sthula Sukshma Karana Sharirat Vyatirittaha. Therefore, Sthula Sukshma Karana Shariram is not Atma. Vyatirittaha means different from, distinct from. Sthula Sukshma Karana Sharirat Vyatirittaha. Atma is different or distinct from Sthula Sukshma Karana Shariram. That is number one. Panchakosha Atitaha San, which is distinct, different from Panchakosha. 5 layers. We will talk about the 5 layers. Avasthatraya Sakshi, which is the witness of all the 3 states of existence. Avastha, the state, the condition. Traya is 3. What are the 3 states of existence? One is Jagrat Avastha, that is waking state. Other one is Sushupti Avastha, deep sleep state. Other one is Swapna Avastha, dream state. These are the 3 states of existence. In all the 3 states, the one who is the Sakshi, the witness, who knows what happens in all the 3 states, that Satchit Ananda Rupaha, who is Sat, Chit, Ananda, Sat and Chit we discussed elaborately. Yakatishtari, the one who is called Atma. So in the definition you can see, Anatma is Stula Sukshma Karna Shariram is Anatma. The 3 Shariram is Anatma. The one way of looking at the body is as the 3 Shariram. Body consists of 3 Shariram. Shariratrayam. Stula is gross, Sukshma is subtle, Karana is causal. Karana Shariram is the cause for the other 2 Sharirams, Sukshma and Stula. That is why it's called a Karana Shariram. Sukshma Shariram, the subtle body, has got all the Indriyas, Buddhi, Prana, etc. And Stula Shariram is what with which we transact with in the external world. These are not Anatma. The Shariratrayam is not, these are not Atma. Sorry, these are not Atma. Shariratrayam is not Atma. So, what is Anatma? Shariratrayam is Anatma. Another way of looking at the body is Panchakosha, Panchakoshaha. These 5 layers. Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manomaya, Vijnanamaya, Anandamaya, iti 5 layers are there. That will be discussed in detail in the later in the later part of the text you will see. So 5 layers, another way of looking at the body. These 5 layers are also not Anatma. Because the word Vyatiriktaha, Atitaha that used, therefore Panchakoshaha, Anatma. Avasthatrayam, the 3 states of existence, that is also Anatma only. The 3 states of existence exist not for Atma, it is for the Anatma. The 3 states of existence, 3 different experiences are there. Experiences experienced by, the experiences is perceived by, is experienced by the Shariram. And Atma as the witness, it is continued to exist in all the 3 states. Therefore, the 3 states of existence cannot be Atma. So, therefore, Shariratrayam, Panchakoshaha, Avasthatrayam, these are Anatma. These exist because of Atma. These 3, they owe its existence to Atma. That is Anatma. Without Atma, these three will not exist. Without Atma, there is no Sharira, Shariratrayam, no Panchakosha, no Avasthatraya Sakshi. Therefore, Atmanam vina ye na tishtanti te sarve anatma. We can understand from the definition of this Atma kaha what anatma is. Yaha tishtati saha atma atmanam vina ye na tishtanti te sarve anatma. Atma is only one. That is why ekavachanam, sa atma. Other than atma, when we say What are other than Atma? Everything, the whole thing, whatever you name it, other than you, Anatma. The whole the thing of your available for your perception, it's all Anatma. So therefore, Sarve Anatma. And Anatma is Jadam. Atma is Chaitanya. Atma is Chaitanyam. Anatma is Jadam. It doesn't it doesn't have it's not self-conscious. Atma is Chaitanya, consciousness. So therefore, two things, Atma and Atma. Understanding the two things distinctly is called Viveka. Atma and Atma Viveka. Atma is Nitya, Anatma is Anitya. That is called Nitya Nitya Viveka. Nitya Vastu, Anitya Vastu. Now, are there really two things? Are there really two things, Atma, Anatma? If there are two things, then it becomes a Dvaitam. Therefore, Atma, Anatma, it is in the beginning. In the beginning, since we need to know distinctly, therefore we say Atma, Anatma. Later, when our understanding goes, we will see Anatma being Nitya doesn't have existence on its own. What is there is really only Atma. Anatma also is Atma only. Anatma is also Atma only. But Atma is not Anatma. That you need to understand. Anatma is Atma, but Atma is not Anatma. What is this? What is this? This equation is, this understanding is, how can it be so? Why it can be? The actor A in a drama, in a play, he plays a role of a beggar B. The actor A plays the role of a beggar B in a drama, in a play. So he adorns the costume like that of a beggar, and he practiced also seeing the people, how the street, how the people who beg, he sees them, how they beg, and learns a lot of acting from them, learns a lot of how to act, how to present oneself as a real beggar to the audience, so that audience will have sympathy. So he is playing the role of a beggar. And he played the role so if nicely, correctly, properly, people were moved by his acting and they gave a big applause. And the beggar, the actor who is now playing the role of a beggar, was so happy because he got the applause from the audience. He knows very well that he is acting, and the applause is for playing the role, not that he has become a beggar. He knows very well. If he is a beggar, then he will not be happy with the applause. So, because he played the role correctly, very impressively, therefore, he got the applause. The audience appreciated his acting. Now, the actor, when he goes back to the green room, he will not continue to be a beggar. He will not beg from the people around asking for money. He removes his costume and becomes the actor. So, in the green room is the actor. In the drama, in the stage also, is the actor playing the role of a beggar. So, therefore, here, the beggar is the actor. The beggar, the person who begged in the drama is the actor. But the actor is not the beggar. In the green room is not the beggar. Only in the stage he is a beggar. So therefore we say Therefore, we say B, the beggar is A. B is A, but A is not B. Anatma is Atma, but Atma is not Anatma. The wood is Anatma. The furniture is Anatma, but wood is Atma. The furniture which is made from the wood, the furniture which is made from the wood is given a particular name, particular form, a name and form, nama rupa, and is called a table or a chair. It is Anatma. The table or chair is Anatma. And the content of the table and chair is wood, Atma. But wood is neither table nor chair, because from the same wood you can make other furnitures. So, therefore, Anatma is Atma. But Atma can never be Anatma. So, therefore, here the Jiva is that, an individual is that who mistakes that Anatma for Atma. Who mistakes the Anatma for Atma, and also Atma for Anatma. Therefore, Jiva is in Bandha. Jiva is in Bandha. So therefore, this understanding is important, even though it is not given here in this definition, but we need to understand. Anatma, when we say Anatma is Atma, but Atma is not Anatma. Anatma is Mithya, doesn't exist on its own. The table chair doesn't exist on its own. It owes its existence to the Satya wood. So therefore, the student has to understand what is Atma, what is Anatma. Anatma doesn't exist on its own. And identifying that Anatma, identifying and taking Anatma to be Atma, that is a problem. That is the confusion, there is samsara, that is bandha. Okay. Now this Anatma Shariram, this Shariram is Anatma. Then this Shariram seems to be conscious. Then this consciousness, the Chaitanyam, is it a property of this body? It cannot be. Chaitanyam cannot be the property of the body, because the body is like any other matter bundle. It is just a bundle of matter. It is a matter. The body is a bundle of matter, just like any other outside object. Any other outside object is inert. Similarly, the body is also inert, jadam only. Because of this Chaitanya Atma, the body is conscious. The body is conscious, and therefore only the body gets Respect. Minus Chaitanyam, what is this body is called? It is called Shava. It's a dead body. The body is Shiva when it is with consciousness, Atma. Minus Atma, it is only Shava. So, therefore, the consciousness is not the property of the body. You are conscious of the body. You say you are conscious of the body. That itself very clearly shows that body is not you. You are conscious of the body. So the consciousness cannot be the property of the body. And science also says that the body, which is made up of all these parts and elements. So that is why it can be treated. That is why it can be treated. The body can be treated, not the consciousness. Nobody, no doctor or no the scientist can treat the Chaitanya, can treat the consciousness. It cannot be, because it is not available for the perception. Consciousness is not available for the perception. If it is a property of the body, it must be available for the perception. It is not the property of the body. Consciousness is anatma, this anatma shariram as or enjoys a consciousness for time being. That is called life. Minus this, it is the body is nothing but a bundle of matter. A bundle of matter only, like any other object in the world. Now this anatma shariram, this 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 shariram is taken to be myself, and the properties of the body are taken to be myself. This is this is the philosophy of Charvaka, the materialistic view. Charvaka is a darshana. It is a school of philosophy. Charvaka darshanam. According to them, the body is myself, me. Conditions of the body are the conditions of me, because I am the body. And Brihaspati, the Deva Guru, is considered to be the founder of this school of philosophy, Charvaka. The word Charuvaka, the word itself is a nice. Charu means sweet. Sweet. Vak means speech. They speak very nicely. They speak very nicely, Charvaka. They will say that you take care of the body. Body is you. You have to take care of the body. Even if you have to, for the maintenance of the body, if you have to borrow debt, you borrow debt, enjoy the body. There is no punyam, there is no papam. As long that you are from the beginning, that is from the janma to the death, you exist. You enjoy your life. Enjoyment, that is their philosophy. That's why it's called materialistic philosophy, Charvaka Darshana. We are all Charvakas only in the beginning. Before coming to Vedanta, we are all Charvakas only. We also have the same view. We are not different from their thinking. Taking the Sharira and the condition of the Sharira, the mind and Indriya to be myself. We also conduct ourselves in the same way as Charvaka. And Charvaka, since they consider the body to be the Atma, there is no difference. In fact, there is no Atma. There is no Atma, there is no Anatma. The body is myself. So whatever they perceive through the available means of knowledge, the sense perception, only that they believe. Whatever the sense organs convey, that only they believe. Sense organs can perceive only matter. We have 5 sense organs, and all the objects of the world are also made up of 5 elements, and we are given 5 sense organs to recognize the properties of the objects which are made up of 5 elements. So therefore our means of knowledge, the available given means of knowledge can study only, with available means of knowledge can study only matter. With the available means of knowledge, what we can study, what we can recognize is only matter. You cannot recognize Chaitanyam with the available means of knowledge. That is why I said doctors and scientists, they can check only your body. They cannot check the Atma, because they also operate with the available means of knowledge. The main available means of knowledge is this 5 sense organs, pratyaksha, pramana. They use the 5 sense organs. They operate with the 5 sense organs to gain the knowledge of an object. Even when you are checking a person, whether the person is alive or dead, do you sense the chaitanyam of the person, the chaitanyam in the body? No. You only look for the symptoms, the life existing symptoms. You check the pulse. Or you take ECG. With that, you see whether the person is alive or dead. So, checking the pulse, Checking the pulse or checking through the other means. So you are studying only, you are with the, you are, therefore, you are studying only the matter. So checking the pulse is matter. You are not checking the consciousness. You cannot check because it is not available for your means of knowledge. Therefore, one can never study Chaitanyam. Chaitanyam, that is Atma with the available means of knowledge. Therefore, it is very clear that Chaitanyam cannot be the property. It cannot be the property of the body. So therefore, body is not Atma. Body is not Atma. If body is Atma, if either the body should be Atma or the property of the body should be Atma. But both are not. We have seen body is not are not Atma in the previous class. Now the properties of the body also cannot be Atma. Therefore, therefore, Chaitanyam, Atma must be independent of the body, totally distinct from the body. Whether it is Sthula Shariram or Sukshma Shariram or Karana Shariram, body is body. So, since we look upon the Shariram at three levels of the identification of the body is negated by the definition Sthula Sukshma Karana Sharirat Vitiruktaha iti. So, what is then Atma? Atma is Chit, the Chaitanyam. Atma is Chit, the Chaitanyam. If Atma is Chaitanyam, I, then how can this I Chaitanyam be equated to the body? If it is equated, suppose if it is equated, then the body becomes Satyam. The body becomes Satyam. But we know the body cannot exist independently. It depends on other things for its existence. It needs food, it needs shelter. It depends on other things for its existence. Therefore, body cannot be Atma. When an Ajnani uses the word I, he refers to the body. He refers to the body having consciousness, Atma. But when we say this I refer to Atma, which as the body which has a temporary body, which has the body as though as body, and that is body is mithya. The body is incidental. Agama painaha, it comes and goes. Like the table or chair, it comes and goes from the hood. Table is only incidental. Chair is only incidental. But what is a substantive? Wood is a substantive. Table is mithya, wood is satyam. Chair is mithya, wood is satyam. Similarly, the body and mind, these are incidental. And whereas the Chaitanyam is always continues to be. Therefore, the body, mind, sense organs are mithya. Chaitanya Atma is Satyam. So this Chaitanyam, this consciousness is called Atma. So before giving this and before saying Chaitanyam is Atma, here the author first he negates what Atma is not. So that is called Neti method. Na iti. First you have to negate what it is not. Then you have to see what it is. That is a prakriya, that is a method adopted by the Shastra. What is not should be understood and what is to be understood later. So what Atma is not, that is Anatma. Anatma also is mentioned. Why Anatma? Because there is a mix-up in our understanding. Therefore, Anatma is to be also to be understood. So therefore, this Anatma is now this Anatma Shariram is looked upon as the three Shariram are made up of 5 layers. Different way it is looked upon. To dismiss the identification with this Shariram. Now, we have seen this, the body and mind are anatma. Anatma is mithya. Now, this mithya, can it exist without satyam? No. Mithya, anatma cannot exist without satyam. Mithya is because of satyam, whereas satyam is not because of mithya. So, therefore, anatma is mithya. Mithya is because of satya atma. And anatma, therefore, anatma is mithya, atma is satyam. Anatma exists because of satya atma. So now this body is this, with this understanding. Now we are going to negate the body, which is as anatma, distinct from, it is separate from atma. Atma is distinct from anatma. Now this body is divided into three. Shariratrayam. That is one thing. It is divided into 5 layers. That is called kosha panchakam or panchakosha. So the Shariratrayam, the three shariram we saw, Sthula, Sukshma, Karana, Sharirat, Vyatiriktah. What are Sthula? The Sthula Shariram also, we don't take it for granted. We are going to explain what is Sthula Shariram. Sthula Shariram we saw in the previous class. So Sthula Shariram is gross body. That understanding is enough, because what Sthula Shariram is also going to be asked by the student. Nothing is taken for granted. And Sukshma Shariram also is going to be defined, and Karana Shariram also. So this body, this shariram, it's looked upon as having this as three bodies: Sthula, Sukshma, Karana, Shariram. Sthula Shariram, for our simple understanding, for this you can say it is physical body. The physical body which is gross, which is tangible, which is available for all your 5 sense organs. It's called Sthula Shariram. You can see, you can touch, you can smell, all these perceptions are possible. That is Sthula Shariram. Sukshma Shariram. Sukshma means subtle. Sukshma is subtle. That which is subtle, which is not gross, that which is subtle. Subtle means they are not available for your perception with the instruments. Instruments are available only at the gross level. With the gross instruments, you can perceive gross things. For Sukshma, you cannot use this gross instruments. So, therefore, subtle is that which is not perceptible. It is not perceptible. Whereas Sthula Shariram is perceptible. A dead body, whether the body is alive or dead, it is perceptible, tangible. What about the Sukshma Shariram? Whether the Sukshma Shariram is when the person is alive, the Sukshma Shariram, we say Sukshma Shariram is there in the body. That is why the person is alive. When the person is dead, we say the Sukshma Shariram has left the body. The Sukshma Shariram has left the body. Because you see the gross body there. You see the gross body lying. Sthula Shariram there, available for your perception. Sthula Shariram available for your perception. When the person was alive, then also Sthula Shariram available. Now, what is the difference between the two states? One state was he was alive. Now the state is dead. The body is lying, is dead. When do we say a person is alive or when a person is dead? When the Sthula Shariram is intact with the Sthula Shariram, when the Sukshma Shariram is intact with the Sthula Shariram, we say the person is alive. When the Sukshma Shariram leaves the body, we say the person is dead. So, anything which dies, we can say, anything which lives or dies as a Sukshma Shariram. You cannot call a rock having a Sukshma Shariram. A rock doesn't have a Sukshma Shariram because it doesn't die. Whereas a tree has got a Sukshma Shariram because it dies, it grows, The tree, as from the seed, as a sprout from the plant, then it becomes a huge tree, vriksha. It grows and it dies also. Therefore, a tree as sukshma shariram. Therefore, we say it's a dead tree. It means dead means the sukshma shariram has left the tree. An insect also, insect or any beings, they all die. Therefore, it has a sukshma shariram. This body also dies, human body. The shariram also dies. Therefore, there must be sukshma shariram. So, to distinguish between the two states of existence, two states of this, not existence, two states, that is, one state is where the body is alive, another state where the body is dead. In two states, the body is there, but in one state, it is conscious and it is active. In other state, it is inert, it is jada. The body being same, the gross body being same, what difference, what difference, what makes a difference is this Sukshma Shariram. What makes this difference is Sukshma Shariram. The presence of Sukshma Shariram is called the life. Is called the life. The departure of the Sukshma Shariram from the body is called death. Is called death. Now this Sukshma Shariram, Shastram says, it consists of 17 components. Saptadasha Kalabhihi Saha, 17 components, which we will see. It has got 17 components. When this Sukshma Shariram having 17 components leave the Stula Shariram, then we say it is dead. The person is dead. Whether the person or whether a tree, it is considered to be a dead. And Karana Shariram is causal body, which is considered to be the Karanam, the cause for the two Shariram. So, I am neither of this. As Atma, I am neither of these three Shariram. I am distinct from the three bodies. I am distinct from this Stula Shariram, which is available for my perception. I am distinct from Sukshma Shariram. Sukshma Shariram also is not me, it's not myself. And Karana Shariram also is not myself. This method of analyzing Atma by negating the three Shariram is called Shariratraya Prakriya. Shariratraya Prakriya. In that Prakriya, we look at the body from three different angles, and we say Atma is distinct from all the three bodies. All the three bodies, they are mithya, they borrow their existence from Atma, whereas Atma is independent of these three bodies. This is what is defined in the definition Stula Sukshma Karana Sharirat Vyatiriktaha iti. Then, Vyatirikta means different, distinct. It is different, distinct. And then the author says, Panchakosha Atitaha San. Now, here the author doesn't enumerate what are the Panchakoshas, but we need to know. Just a name, at least we can know. Annamaya Kosha, Pranamaya Kosha, Manomaya Kosha, Vijnanamaya Kosha, and Anandamaya Kosha. These koshas are called, put together is called Kosha Panchakam or Panchakosha. That is these are the different layers of the human personality. Are they Atma or Anatma? They belong to Anatma category only. Atma is Atitaha, which is different, or which transcends these five layers. Pancha, these five layers. So Pancha Kosha Atitaha. Atitaha means Vyatiriktaha, distinct. So from the viewpoint of five koshas, the body is divided into five layers or five levels of experience, and Atma is different from this. And the word kosha, we will retain the word kosha as kosha. We will not try to translate. Let us not translate it as sheath, because the sheath is not a good translation in English. So we will keep the word as kosha. Kosha means a cover. Kosha means a cover. A kabad is called kosha. That that is, the sword is kept in the kabad. That is called kosha. The sword is kept inside. That the kabad, the cover covers the sword, protects the sword. Therefore, it is called kosha. Similarly, these five koshas, the five layers, koshavat achadakatvat koshaha. Koshavat, like the kosha, the kabad, it covers a sword. Similarly, this 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 covers the atma, not literally. Covers means it is not atma is inside. On the top of that, all these five layers are sitting. It's not like that. It is as though covering. Koshavat achadakatvat koshaha. Anything which covers another thing is called kosha. Even the clothes what we wear is kind of kosha because it covers the body. The makeup what we apply on the face, on the body, the decorations, it's all kosha. Similarly, the sword which is kept inside this cupboard is called kosha. Okay, so that is called kosha. And the word kosha is used here, pancha kosha atitaha. Therefore, we should not understand this atma is located inside the five kosha, like the sword is kept inside a cupboard. So you should not think atma is located inside the five koshas. The five koshas cover the atma. It is not that atma is inside and these five layers of experience, the five koshas cover the atma one by one. No, you should not understand like that. Is why the word kosha, the translation of the word kosha as sheath, it is not proper. When we say it as a sheath, the sheath is that which covers a thing. So the immediate understanding will be the Atma is inside, locating inside. There is no location for Atma. Where is the location of clay? Where the clay locates on the pot. Where the clay is located on the pot. You cannot say because a pot is nothing but clay. So the clay covers the pot. So similarly, Atma covers the kosha. We say Atma is covered by the kosha. It is like a pot covering the clay. It's like a pot covering the clay. You need to understand like that. It is like a pot covering the clay. What does it mean, a pot covering the clay? Can a pot cover the clay? A clay pot, a clay pot is made up of clay only. A pot is made up of clay. A pot is nothing but a form given to clay. If that is so, how can a pot cover the clay? Can a table cover the wood? Can a chain cover the gold? The same way, how can Atma be covered by these five koshas? Therefore, the kosha is not like this covered like the covering. The covering is also mithya. They do not really count. What really counts is Atma. So that should be the understanding. If this understanding is there, then when we read the kosha, and even if you translate the kosha as sheath, you will understand. As long as the understanding is there, then there is no problem in translating it. Otherwise, we will keep the word kosha as kosha only. Pancha kosha atitahasan, distinct from these five koshas. So the body is looked upon from the levels of experience as five. And these are five pancha koshas. And these five pancha koshas as though cover the atma. As though really atma cannot be covered. Atma cannot be covered. Like the pot covering the clay. Can a pot cover the clay? It cannot. What is there is only the clay only. Similarly, Atma cannot be covered by the 5 Panchakosha. Panchakosha is anatma. It is presented as it is presented as though it covers the atma. The Panchakoshas are anatma, and anatma is not different from atma. We have said. Therefore, these Panchakoshas cover the atma. When we say it is like pot covering the clay. If you understand that, then there is no confusion. So, therefore, really, you don't have to remove the kosha one by one to see what Atma is. There is no removal of cover. Atma is not covered. So, there is no removal of cover. If at all removal of cover, it is only by jnanam, only by knowledge only you need to remove. It's not a physical removal because the layer is not physical. Therefore, it is only the discovery of Atma, that understanding of Atma which is present at 5 levels of experience. Okay, so therefore, Atma is distinct from this Panchakosha, this 5 kosha. Then what is the next thing? It is Avastatraya Sakshi. It is a Sakshi, it is a witness for the 3 states of experience. Before that, about Panchakosha, I'll talk about Panchakosha. We need to understand more about this Panchakosha. Even though we discussed that elaborately later in this text itself, the student will ask, what are these Panchakosha? But we will discuss about Panchakosha a little bit more so that we understand this part of the definition clearly. We'll do it in the next class. So we stop here. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.
धन्यवाद गुरुजी. धन्यवाद गुरुजी.
धन्यवाद गुरुजी.
धन्यवाद गुरुजी.
हरि ओम.
धन्यवाद गुरुजी.